Hey guys, welcome to Miss Wilson's class. If there are any parents, sorry I couldn't be there today. I had a training that I have to be at, but I would have liked to meet any of you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please write them down and leave them with Miss Knight, or feel free to email me. We're going to rotate between 4 stations like we always do, class. You guys know what to do. Remember, you're going to go in number order. You're only going to get to 4 of them, but you rotate through just like the numbers. So stations 1 and number 5 are going to be integer alphabet. Stations 2 and 6 are going to be round robin. You're going to write word problems. 3 and 7 are what's the slope of your name. And 4 and 8, the deck of slopes. Oh, I forgot to see. Now, 3 and 7, you're only going to do parts 1 and 2 of the name project, but we're going to finish the rest in a couple of days. It's going to be another project like the stained glass one. So the first one is integer alphabet. You'll have these integer cards, and you'll have a worksheet that's going to say what you want to find the value of. So if you look at the bottom, if you can't see it on here, if you look on the green cards in the folders, then there's an example. So I was trying to find the value of my last name, so I used the W, which is positive 10, and the I, and the L, and the S. You guys get the idea. And then you add them all or subtract them all using the integer rules. If you look at the back of the green card, I gave you the integer rules. At this station, no calculators. I want you guys to practice with integers. So I gave you 6 questions of just finding the value, and then I gave you 6 extra questions. Parents, feel free to do it with them. You guys can do it together, or there might be extra copies you can do. It's pretty cool to see. And then number 6, the very last question, is a little bonus. It's find a word that's greater than 25, I think is what it says. And I want you guys to try that, to keep in mind the negatives. Second station is round robin. So this has instructions written out. It's written out kind of, there's a lot of instructions, but it's not as hard as it seems. You all get a card from the center, and with that card, don't show anyone else. You're going to write a word problem using your foldable. Remember the foldable we did that you got to decorate? Using your foldable, you're going to write a word problem, then you're going to pass your paper to the right. And then they're going to write the equation that they think goes with your word problem. Every time you do it, write your initials so I know who did which section. At the top, the name of everyone at your table, because they're just going to keep going around. When the thing gets back to you, I want you to check any of the ones that were yours, like you wrote the word problem and they wrote the equation, and you're going to put a check mark if they got it right. And if they got the equation wrong, you're going to put an X, but then you guys are going to discuss. Did you write something that could have been changed or misleading in the word problem, or did you use the wrong words? So you need to be very careful when you're using them. Remember, some of our keywords for the slope were each, per, and every. And some of the keywords for y-intercept were down payment, initial cost, first payment. You guys get the idea. Use your foldable. On the back of each of these cards has a topic that you could use if you want to, like a rental property or a taxi ride. Like the example, a taxi ride costs $4.50 as soon as you get in, and then they charge $1.20 per mile. So use the topic on the back unless you don't want to. If you have something you also want, something else you want to do, like construction, or like Mr. Driver, he does yard work. He charges per lawn and then per hour. You can do it however you want. But you have to write the word problem. Use your keywords. Then, slope of your name. These are some examples. You can do it as big as you want or as small as you want. The only thing is it has to go to exact points on the graph. Like they have to meet exact intersections, and it has to cross the y-axis. So eventually we're going to write equations of these lines. But today you're just writing your name, and then write it in pencil first. Then you're going to color. What types of slope are they? Remember when you're doing this to think about the slope man. Positive slope, negative slope, undefined, and zero. Okay, so this one's kind of fun. We're going to finish. You're going to end up writing the equations and finding the slope for all of them. If they're all blocked letters, try to make them a little curved like I did on the N and on the R and stuff. Try to make a little bit, they can't be curved, but try to make them look that way. Okay, last one. The deck of slopes. Now, this one has instructions on there too. It's pretty simple. All you're going to do, you can do it in partners or individual. There's enough mats for whichever one. You all need a dry erase board. But what you're going to do is you're going to flip over 4 cards and roll the dice. Then the first set is your first ordered pair. Second is your second ordered pair. Don't forget, negatives are red and positives are black. And then that tells you what the values are. Then you're just going to use the slope formula. You have a formula chart too. Remember the slope formula is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay, so you find the slope. There's your b right here, and write an equation. So that one's pretty good. And remember, we're gonna try 15 minutes or 16 minutes at each. Yeah, let's do 16 minutes at each station. My timer is first period Amelie, fourth period Noah. Now, you set the timer and you set it on your desk. You should not be on your phone or put it in your pocket. Amelie, make sure it's on ring, not that talking guy. Noah, make sure yours is on loud so you can tell us. If Noah doesn't want to do it, then Annette, you're the backup. So, you guys, let's start with 16 minutes. And then if we need to adjust, we can. Remember, when the passing period happens, if Miss Knight chooses to let you out, then whoever's timing, push pause. Then when you get back, push play on the timer. You finish the station, and then you rotate. You guys remember how to rotate. If you want to leave your stuff up against the wall or up against the front, just so it's not in the way, that's fine. You will need your composition book to carry with you because it'll help you with all the stations. 16 minutes at each. At the end of 5th, Destiny and Angel, will you guys pick up all the folders and the 2 little green bins and put them at the back? Leave the 2 black baskets out. And the algebra will need them. Okay? Now, guys, just be awesome. I know you know how to rotate. I know you know how to work in stations. We do it every day. So you guys need to be just doing what you need to do. We're doing a lot of practice because we need practice on slope and writing equations. So do the best you can. Remember, hard work pays off, and you guys just need to do your best. And be respectful and stay on task. Okay, see y'all tomorrow.